in the bottom left-hand side, we're going to start this one off with the red Zerg player. This is Reynor. He takes on the blue Protoss in the top right corner of the map. We have Classic as we enter game number 1 of our first real best of 3 today. I want to say real, I mean, this is the one where it's really difficult to predict a winner compared to our previous series where we had a pretty hefty favorite. So, what do we expect between these two? We've actually played some fun series lately. I remember watching a classic Reynor match, it wasn't too long ago. And that was pretty entertaining. I imagine that was up on my YouTube. I'm trying to think what that was actually in. Might have just been another one of these Open Cup careers. Yeah, I think this is a matchup right now which is genuinely a lot of fun. And like I say, hard to pick a favorite, hard to pick a winner preemptively. As we get ourselves set up here, Classic's probe coming down to the bottom left-hand side to get some scouting done, having a look into this main mineral line for a few moments. And a few more drones just pop in. We're going to get the extractor building as well. Just getting that started up for now. As the drone comes over and nibbles at the probe. Well, probe will just be sitting here. Nexus and the Cyber Core continue up. The assimilator's on the way in as well. Probe just continues through, keeps on a nibbling, and then drones getting forced off the mineral patch every now and again. This probe will now leave up to the top side into the natural. As we have Cyber Core, Nexus all on the way, Pylon coming up as well as the Cyber Core continuing to get settled here. For the next few moments, the probe continues to move back and forth a little. Probe heads up through the center, as we will have our adept coming through. The warp gate on the way. Stargate is building as well. Let's continue to bring that out. Let's just have the queen, the drones, the hatchery. A little bit of everything still being produced on through. Link speed is on the way up as well. How can you guys still see? I didn't realize you guys. Why can you guys still see this message? I banned this guy in chat, and apparently you guys can still see the message. Twitch, what's going on? Like, I can't delete the message or anything because he's already banned. Apparently, people can still reply to and see it. Ay. Oh. Well, this startup is going to be looking to get into a third Nexus Classic as the Oracle is coming up, so we get that Oracle up and online. We get that ready to go as one of our starting points here in this game. Just going to be seeing the Adept getting back to the wall. The probe is going to come running past as well. Just get back into this mineral line. It's just going to get to go sit safely here for a little bit. Double assimilator going down on the natural. The gateway finishing and Nexus coming through. As you actually have Oracle action on the other side of the map. I was still on someone's camera, but apparently they just want to follow a single probe as our queens will latch onto the Oracle here. So the Oracle takes a few shots and, well, that doesn't really do too much. Oracle in the natural, however, and the drones are pulling away because Reynor realizes he does not really have defense here. Queen's out of position. We get to 4 kills. Now going to go over to the sides and might find one more drone on the edge here as well. It's going to make it 5 kills already. The extractor cancels, so that was just a drone being saved as well. So 5 workers killed already. Pretty huge start from Classic, especially when it was mostly off this one Oracle. Yes, the other Oracle pulled things out the way, but it was this one Oracle that really got the damage done overall. Twilight Council will be finishing up. The additional gateways coming through. The Blink building now on the Twilight Council as well. And 2 Oracles of Classic are still coming around this left-hand side. Gonna dive straight through, find 4, 5 more workers. Good damage from Classic. This is the exact sort of damage you want to be finding. This puts you in such a great position. Oracles gather back up. The fueling is off over to the side. Stalkers with high ground. Just going to be able to go. And don't quite get the Overlord just yet, and then they're going to have to pull back over here to deal with a few Lings, but that Overlord should die at some stage. One more Stalker on the natural, make sure to get rid of it. The simulator coming up. A couple more pylons going down. Robo Facility, Temple Archives, all the tech going through from Classic as he gets set for the mid-game. +1, Storm, Blink, again, all the upgrades coming through from Classic. Hydroden and an Infestation Pit from Reynor as he gets himself settled here as well. I'm just going to see Storm and Blink continue to come through. A couple gates and the cannon on the way up. Nexus as well. We will see our fourth base coming down the right-hand side from Classic. So very quick to just keep on expanding. Look, Den is still on the way through. The Hive is building. The Hydra's on the way. Oracle just activating, clearing up a little bit here in the center. And again, good map control held by Classic in terms of keeping these Oracles alive and keeping these active. Oracle still moving over, a few more Stalkers and Zealots. All coming up. Plus 2 in the charge on the way, and the Ling Hydra Force gathering up into the center of the map as well. Oracle around the bottom side. I'm going to see a few Queens there. Just going to hit that Oracle and push it further back as well for the moment. Just pushing that away here. Do you see 2 more Immortals being brought up? Getting those underway. This Stalker wants to get rid of that Overseer. Is it going to live? It actually might. Looks like on the mini-map it is. Okay, it just went down, so that Stalker did get the kill. It's Classic's army starting to sit out in towards the center of the map. Stargate and a fleet beacon coming up. 2 more Mortals are still coming through. Yeah, Adrenal Glands, +1 melee and +2 missiles coming up. As additional Lings are all on the way as well. So we continue to bring all that out. A Changeling just sat in the main base. More Spine Claws being brought into play as Reynor just sets up, and this one absolutely with Stargates and Fleet Beacon coming through. Lurkers now out. This could get too much later stage of the game. Yo, Primal Scientist, thank you so much for the 5-month resub on the Prime. Putting the Prime and Primal. Thank you so much for the resub, mate. Appreciate the support as a few Lings get turned around. Stalker Immortal getting a couple shots off there. Uh-oh, Immortal's in the center of the map. Gonna be in some trouble. Those Immortals getting caught, fully surrounded. We recall them, and they do just about get away for now as a cannon in some trouble. Stasis Ward coming up, but that will actually be killed. The Oracle goes down as well as the Hydras get on top of it. Reynor catching Classic just a bit out of position. Carries and so on don't matter if you die before you get to build them, obviously. Super Battery will be putting in some work, but even the High Templar, I think, can't really get in the range because the Lurkers are zoning this choke point where the High Templar would have to run to reach the Hydras. So we have one High Templar with the Storm on the right side. That will drop down. That will get some kills, some damage dealt. I just find an Immortal. Another Immortal firing back. Another Storm comes down. +1 air weapons coming up. Our Hydra's going to finish off the Assimilator here. Just going to get back onto this pylon. The Immortal goes down as well, and our Nexus is going to be the next target. That will also drop. 7 probes killed. And Classic, like I said, just kind of caught off guard. Just lost a base over here as well. The Lings getting an easy pick off there. Fifth base not allowed. Now the Lings will come for the wraparound on these Immortals, which are kind of the last stand of Classic already. They get absolutely shredded, and Classic just gets absolutely shredded. Reynor, no problem at all, taking the W on this game, as he will very easily move through. We have in the bottom right-hand side the Red Zerg, who is able to capitalize and win game 1. This is Reynor taking on the blue Protoss in the top left corner of the map. We have ourselves Classic. Reynor gets a hatchery on the natural, puts it down on 15, so is able to actually get that going nice and quickly. Probe will not be in there in time to block, so that will not be able to do anything. Yo, Mephia, how you doing? Thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. Also appreciate it. You're doing well. Thank you so much for using a Prime sub on the channel. Again, helps us to keep on cranking out the StarCraft. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So Nexus is building on the natural. We do have the Overlord of Reynor making its way to the upper left-hand side, so it's going to be coming across here for a moment or two. Nexus and Cybercore on the way. The probe is building. A couple queens on the way out. Drone and the Overlord coming through, and a couple Lings to go along with it. Cybercore is about to finish. The Lings will move forwards, clear out that probe, which is continuing to scout at the moment, just looking to push that away already. And the Queen is there as well to hit the probie, and the probie will take some more shots as well. So probe getting pushed out of here. Dragon will get to middle at this pylon, so pylon taking some shots of damage. Now we get the hatchery in on the right-hand side, so we get that set up as well. Stepped in, maybe a drone, but Spoke Relay is placed, so defense is good. And the Adept gets out to the sides. Oracle is now on the way up from Classic, so Stargate play once again from him, as he will not switch it into anything too kind of crazy or surprising, I guess, just yet. To be fair, again, he was headed in a good direction last game, so might just put himself into that same direction again now. You have the Queens there to pick off the probe. And Oracle coming up, Nexus on the way, Warp Gate about to complete. The Link speed still building on the side of Reynor. Just bring that Link speed through. Oracle trying to find another catch. Oracle will actually fall, so Oracle goes down. Nexus still building, Assimilator coming out. And get double Assimilator coming out right now. Oracle diving by again, a couple spores still coming up. Evo chamber on its way, a few more drones and a couple Lings. Again, just waiting to see where Reynor's plan takes us as the Twilight and the Forge comes up on the side of Classic. So his setup so far looking very much so as you probably expected to. Couple queens are going to get there. Oracle gets pushed away, so we'll be unable to come through on that one. As those queens really trying to get on top of that Oracle, but the Oracle again just manages to find itself backing away right there. Oh, now it doesn't go down. Makes the mistake of sticking around a moment too long, unfortunately, so that will be the end of that. Stalker still pinging about. Temple Archives in the Robo facility on the way up as well. We'll continue to bring that all through then. Let's just have our battery. In production. A few adepts are going to look to come around this left-hand side. This right-hand side, sorry. But there's units there, so there's just not really much we can gain from this. So it's going to be no luck found. Classic just continue to look about and try and see. It might be. Can eventually get done as we have our Lings going to try and catch these adepts. And even then, mine time lost, but not getting rid of the adepts. The adepts getting to live through that. Pretty sizable deal. Pretty big deal indeed. Storm is coming up. Blink and +1 are both on the way. And the Reynor are going to play a more aggressive slice of ZvP this time. Drop Lord building, Lings and Ravagers in production. And we are getting into a position here where we are going to send it with that kind of Ling Ravager force. A couple queens coming through, the Stalkers are still moving about. An adept in the wall off there as the Stalkers move over. The Lings are going to lift up from the Overlord and they're going to move across into main base. So Reynor just trying to, cause chaos, force units to pull around and then capitalize with one big fight. That is Reynor's game plan at the moment. Let's see if it can pay off for him as the first couple of Lings unload. Damage being done. So Ling's going to catch this first Immortal. This next Immortal taking damage as well will go down. Couple cannons fighting away here. As Reynor obviously needs to make this work out, but with the Stalkers already having their blink, you would imagine this is going to be a pretty tough attack to make work. Two cannons just firing away throughout the entirety of this. A lot of those cannon shots do go onto queens, which at least can transfuse each other up. They are on that little bit of cruise spread, that little strip of it that allows them to play the transfusions. Quite a few Stalkers suddenly starting to go down, which is a problem. Depower on the Robo facility, so no Immortal production coming through anymore. Probes pull in, but they get choked up / caught by Lings. They're not going to do much against the Ravagers. And a few more Lings still showing up as well. That's huge because it means we can get on top of those Stalkers and protect the Ravagers once again from taking any real shots. So your expensive units as Reynor get to stay alive. Corrosive Bars get to keep on landing. And Classic, unfortunately, 34 probes down. This defense is not going to be good enough. As the Ravagers get a few more Bars. A few Lings are still looking to wrap around as well. But this is looking to be a good done game at this stage. Ravagers and Queens. You still just hear the Queens still pretty healthy as well. She's going to go for a Zealot Warp in, which is not a terrible idea. Get something in front of those Stalkers, but obviously way too late to really have any value or any significance. Reynor with the 2-0 over Classic.